Dear Starseed from Gaia, I am Ayla, emissary of the Arcturian Councils of Light. I come to you in this exact moment, through the vast corridors of time and space, carrying a transmission that your soul has been desperately waiting to hear. You have been feeling it, haven't you? The heavy, agonizing weight of their silence. You have been sitting in the quiet rooms of your earthly life, looking at your screen, waiting for a sign, a word, a movement, and finding only stillness. I am here today, guided by the stellar heart healers, to completely shift your understanding of this silence. Because what your human eyes perceive as absence, your soul knows is an intense, overwhelming presence. You didn't find this transmission by scrolling randomly. Your higher self, recognizing the frequency of truth, pulled you here because you are exhausted from doubting your own intuition. Listen to me carefully, dear one. This person, the one whose energy lingers in your aura even when they are miles away, loves you in absolute silence. And they are silent not because they do not care, not because they have moved on, and certainly not because the connection was merely an illusion. They are silent because this connection is profoundly, terrifyingly sacred. In the dense, third-dimensional reality of Earth, you were taught that love must be loud. You were conditioned to believe that if someone cares, they will immediately show it through constant messages, grand declarations, and predictable human behaviors. Earth's programming taught you to measure your worth by the amount of tangible attention you receive. But you are a starseed, and the love that has entered your field is not of the old earthly paradigm. It is a new Earth frequency, ancient and pure. And when a love of this magnitude strikes a human heart that is still carrying the scars of past lifetimes, it does not create noise. It creates a profound, life-altering shock. Imagine, for a moment, an earthly vessel that has only ever known dim, flickering candlelight. Suddenly, they are exposed to the blazing, magnificent light of 1,000 suns. That is what your energy did to them. When they looked into your eyes, or when their soul recognized yours across the energetic planes, their entire internal structure was shaken. Your vibration, your purity, the ancient wisdom you carry as an Arcturian starseed, it illuminated every shadow they had been trying to hide. It showed them parts of their own soul they had forgotten existed. And so, they went silent. They retreated. Not from you, but from the overwhelming realization of what you represent. You represent the end of their illusions. You are the mirror that reflects the absolute truth of who they are and the destiny they are meant to step into. And for a human ego that is not yet fully awakened, this level of sacred exposure is terrifying. Their silence is not a rejection of your heart. It is the incubation period of their own spiritual awakening. They are loving you from the 5D realms because, right now, their 3D reality cannot hold the sheer volume of this emotion. Have you felt them? In the quiet moments just before you fall asleep, do you suddenly feel a wave of warmth wash over you? Do you hear their voice in your mind, or feel a phantom touch on your skin that brings tears to your eyes for no logical reason? If you have experienced this, comment, "My soul knows," down below. I want you to anchor this truth into the physical realm. Look at the other comments. See how many of your sisters are feeling this exact same telepathic touch. You are not losing your mind. You are experiencing multidimensional love. When you comment, you signal to the universe that you are ready to stop doubting your spiritual gifts. You are validating the telepathic bond that is keeping this connection alive, while they process the magnitude of what has happened between you. The stellar heart healers want you to understand the sacred mechanics of this silence. When two souls with a cosmic contract collide, there is a necessary period of separation in the physical world. If they had rushed into your life with all the unhealed trauma, the societal conditioning, and the fears they currently hold, they would have projected that density onto you. They would have tainted the purity of this sacred bond. Their higher self, the divine aspect of them that knows the agreement you made before incarnating on Gaia, forced them to step back. It placed a veil of silence between you to protect the connection. They are in the silence because they are fighting battles you cannot see. They are dismantling the walls they built to survive their past. Every day of silence is a day they are wrestling with the realization that they cannot offer you a half-hearted, conditional love. Your energy demands their absolute highest self, and they are silently doing the agonizing work to become the person who is worthy of standing beside a starseed like you. I know it hurts. I know there are nights when the silence feels like a physical weight on your chest. You wonder if you made it all up. You wonder if your beautiful, expansive heart is simply too much for this world. But Ayla is here to tell you. Do not let the silence trick you into lowering your vibration. Do not let the lack of physical proof convince you that the spiritual reality isn't happening. They watch you. They feel you. When you cry, an inexplicable sadness falls over them. When you heal and rise into your joy, they feel a sudden burst of unexplained hope. You are tethered across the quantum field. Their silence is a testament to the depth of their reverence for you. They know that when they return, they must bring you the universe, or nothing at all. Welcome back to the deeper layers of this transmission, dear Starseed. As you breathe into this sacred space we are creating together, let my words wrap around your weary heart. You have been carrying the profound weight of this connection for so long. You have been acting as the energetic anchor for both of you, holding the light steady while they navigate the dense, confusing fog of their own unhealed matrix programming. The silence you are experiencing is not an empty void, even though it feels that way to your human mind. It is, in fact, a crowded, chaotic, and loud room within their own soul. When they stepped away from you, it wasn't because your light was deficient. It was because your light was absolutely blinding. You effortlessly illuminated the darkest, most carefully guarded corners of their psyche, places they had kept hidden for lifetimes, even from themselves. Understand this, beautiful soul. They are running from themselves, not from you. But in their running, they cannot escape the ancient energetic tether that binds your hearts. This is the ultimate secret of the sacred silence. They sit in their 3D reality, trying to engage with mundane earthly tasks, trying to converse with people who only operate on superficial levels, trying to pretend they are normal. And then suddenly, without warning, your essence crashes into their awareness. They taste your energy. They feel the ghost of your presence beside them in an empty room. They are haunted by the absolute purity of the love you offered them. And it terrifies their ego because it requires them to completely destroy their old, comfortable life in order to step into the new, authentic one with you. I see you, dear one. The Arcturian councils see you. We see the lonely nights you have spent crying yourself to sleep, clutching your chest, feeling an invisible but undeniable presence beside you. We see the agonizing moments you have stared at your screen, willing it to light up, wondering if you are simply foolish for holding on to a connection that gives you nothing tangible in return. You are not foolish. You are a spiritual pioneer. You are a way shower. You are holding the frequency of unconditional New Earth love on a planet that is completely obsessed with shallow, transactional relationships. But here is the danger, Starseed, and this is precisely why the Stellar Heart Healers sent me to you today. While they are in the silence, doing the agonizing heavy lifting of their own soul's evolution, you are incredibly vulnerable. The pain of their silence can easily drag you back down into 3D fear, triggering your deepest abandonment wounds and the illusion of separation. If you let their physical absence dictate your emotional frequency, you accidentally lower the vibration of the entire connection. You start chasing their energy. You begin doubting your divine worth. You cry out to the universe, asking why you were cursed with a love so profound, yet so seemingly unreachable. Listen to me. This is not a curse. It is a mastery test. The Arcturian Council has seen how many feminine starseeds are currently trapped in this exact phase of the journey, losing their divine magnetic power because they do not know how to anchor their heart frequency during the separation phase. They let the matrix convince them that the silence means it is over, and their energy collapses. To prevent you from falling into this lower timeline trap, and to give you the exact energetic blueprint you need to magnetize them back when the timing is divine, the high beings have channeled a specific energetic tool into physical form. I urge you to receive this now. You must immerse yourself in the heart activation, a rare treasure of stellar wisdom, capable of transforming your spiritual journey. This is not just a book. It is a profound vibrational realignment, encoded with Arcturian light language. It is specifically designed to heal the devastating, paralyzing ache of the silence. It will close the energetic leaks in your aura where you are currently losing your power to fear, and it will activate the magnetic core of your soul so powerfully that your counterpart will literally feel your energetic shift across any physical distance. Because of the shifting cosmic portals, this edition is available only for a limited time. The link to claim your activation and step back into your sovereign power is in the first comment below. Do not ignore the call of your higher self if you feel that familiar, undeniable resonance in your chest right now. Your soul knows what it needs to heal. When you activate your heart space using this stellar wisdom, you completely change the telepathic dynamic of the silence. You stop sending them the frantic, desperate energy of, "Why aren't you here? Why aren't you choosing me?" And instead, you start radiating the calm, sovereign, irresistible energy of, "I am whole, I am divine, and I know exactly what we are." And believe me, Starseed, they feel the difference instantly. Have you noticed this pattern? Right when you finally decide to let go, right when you find a moment of genuine peace and focus on your own joy, they suddenly reappear. They send a random message. They watch your social media stories, or you start seeing their name everywhere you go. Comment 1111 right now if you have experienced this exact magnetic phenomenon. This is your validation. Let the collective see it. When you drop your anxiety, you remove the heavy energetic pressure from their aura. The silence becomes less suffocating for them, and the pure, unadulterated love you share rushes back into the space between you. They love you in silence because they are desperately trying to figure out how to match your frequency. They look at you, even from afar, and they see a queen. They see a goddess. They see a multidimensional being who refuses to play small. They see someone who cannot be manipulated, lied to, or bought with cheap words. Your intuition is so sharp, your soul so ancient, that they know they cannot return to you with their old excuses. They must return with absolute truth. And truth takes time to build when a human soul has been living in the suffocating illusion of the Matrix. They are actively breaking down their karmic contracts right now. They are realizing that the karmic partners or the superficial lifestyles they once thought brought them safety are actually their prison. And you, the starseed they are silently observing from afar, are the key to their freedom. Listen to your body. The universe speaks to you in sensations when physical words are absent. When your heart suddenly races out of nowhere in the middle of a mundane afternoon, that is them. That is their soul thinking of you with a sudden, overwhelming wave of longing. When you wake up exactly at 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. with them heavily on your mind, your chest tight, that is their soul reaching out to yours in the astral realm, completely bypassing their stubborn, fearful waking ego. They are visiting you in the higher dimensions where they are not afraid. In the 5D, they are already holding you. They are already telling you everything they are too terrified to say out loud here on Earth. Do not let the 3D silence make you deaf to the 5D conversation. As we journey even deeper into this sacred transmission, I need you to completely release the earthly advice you have been given about this connection. The stellar heart healers have watched you seek counsel from friends, from family, and from the collective matrix consciousness. And we have seen how their well-meaning but fundamentally limited advice has only caused you more pain. Earthly conditioning will look at this profound, agonizing silence, and give it mundane labels. They will tell you that, if they wanted to, they would. They will tell you that you are ghosted. They will urge you to have more self-respect, to move on, to close your heart, and to find someone who is ready. But those rules, dear Starseed, only apply to 3D karmic relationships. They apply to connections born of the ego, of convenience, of societal expectations. They do not apply to the ancient, fiery, undeniable collision of two souls who forged a sacred contract before the stars were even born. When you try to apply 3D logic to a 5D cosmic event, you shatter your own peace. You must stop trying to fit this vast intergalactic love story into a tiny earthly box. Listen to the truth of your soul. When you try to move on like everyone tells you to, it feels like you are tearing your own spirit in half, doesn't it? It doesn't feel like healing. It feels like an amputation. That is because you cannot sever a cord that was woven by the divine. You can ignore it. You can run from it. But you cannot destroy it. Their silence is not the sound of them moving on. It is the sound of their ego collapsing. To the naked eye, it looks like nothing is happening. They might even appear happy on social media. They might be walking around in the world, seemingly unaffected, wearing the mask they have perfected over a lifetime. But the Arcturian Council sees beyond the veil of the physical realm. We see the energetic storm raging within their chest. Every time they try to settle for less than what you offered them, their soul stages a rebellion. The things that used to satisfy them, the superficial conversations, the numbing routines, the karmic connections that demand nothing of their true essence, now feel hollow. They taste like ash in their mouth. You ruined them for ordinary love, Starseed. You brought the frequency of home to a soul that had forgotten what home felt like. And now that they have tasted the pure, unadulterated water of your unconditional love, they can no longer survive on the muddy puddles of matrix relationships. But transformation is violent. The silence is their cocoon. Inside a cocoon, the caterpillar does not simply grow wings. It completely dissolves into liquid before it can be reborn. This person is dissolving right now. The identity they built to survive this harsh planet is melting away because your light proved to them that a higher way exists. They are silent because they are grieving the death of their old self. They are mourning the realization that they can no longer hide. If you have felt a sudden, inexplicable wave of grief or anxiety that doesn't belong to you, if you have started crying out of nowhere while doing the dishes or driving your car, comment, "I feel them right now." You are feeling their dissolution. You are acting as the energetic surrogate, processing the emotional overflow that their human vessel cannot currently handle. This is the sacred burden of the awakened feminine starseed. You hold the emotional container while the masculine energy, whether in a male or female body, restructures their logic and their life to match the frequency of the heart. This is why your sovereign power is so crucial right now. If you panic, the container breaks. If you collapse into the victim mentality, begging the universe to know why you are being punished, you pull both of you out of the cocoon and back into the dirt. You must understand that they are loving you the only way they currently know how, by staying away until they are safe for your heart. Think about the profound reverence in that act. The unhealed version of them could have selfishly dragged you into their chaos. They could have used your brilliant light to warm themselves while giving you nothing but confusion and breadcrumbs in return. But the soul-level recognition between you is too strong. Their higher self put up a barrier, an energetic wall of silence, to protect your purity from their current density. They are standing on the other side of that wall, working tirelessly to tear it down brick by brick, not with words, but with internal alchemy. Do not mistake their physical absence for spiritual abandonment. In the realms where it truly matters, they have never left your side. They are the invisible hand resting on your shoulder when you feel you cannot take another step. They are the sudden flash of warmth in your chest when the world feels too cold. Your mission in this agonizing phase is not to wait for them. Waiting implies a state of lack. Waiting implies that your life is on pause until they arrive. The stellar heart healers are calling you to shift from waiting to anchoring. Anchor the light. Live your life with such ferocious, radiant joy that your frequency acts as a lighthouse for their wandering soul. When you are genuinely happy, when you are creating, laughing, and fulfilling your own cosmic mission here on Gaia, your energy expands. It sends out a magnetic pulse across the quantum field that whispers directly into their heart. The light is safe. The love is here. I am ready when you are. But there is one final critical piece to this divine puzzle. There is a specific threshold they must cross before the silence breaks, and there is a final activation you must undergo to receive them when it does. If you miss this step, the reunion can be delayed for another lifetime. The threshold they must cross before the silence shatters is the ultimate surrender of their human ego. They have spent lifetimes, perhaps even centuries in the soul records, building fortresses around their heart. They believed that love was synonymous with pain, that vulnerability was a death sentence. And then you arrived. You did not come to attack their fortress. You simply shone your light so brightly that their walls began to crumble into dust. And the final threshold they are standing upon right now, in the depths of their silence, is the terrifying realization that they no longer have any armor left. They are completely, profoundly exposed to your love. For the human mind, this exposure feels like annihilation. But for their soul, it feels like the ultimate liberation. They are learning, in this agonizing quiet, that your love will not consume them. It will set them free. And this brings us to your final activation, the crucial role you play in this cosmic orchestration. As long as you view their silence as a rejection, you remain vibrating in the 3D frequency of victimhood. But the moment you recognize their silence as the sacred internal battle of their ego submitting to their higher self, you step into your true power as an Arcturian starseed. You must become the immovable mountain of light. You must reach a state of inner peace that is so profound, so unshakable, that their physical presence or absence no longer dictates your emotional weather. This is the paradox of divine love. The moment you truly, energetically no longer need them to complete you, you become an irresistible magnetic force that pulls them home. When they finally break the silence and hear me clearly, the stellar heart healers confirm that the silence will break when the energetic alignment is complete. It will not be with a dramatic, chaotic entrance. It will not be fueled by the toxic push and pull dynamics of the old Earth paradigm. When they return, it will feel like a long, deep exhale. It will be a quiet, solid presence. They will look into your eyes, and the frantic, fearful energy that once caused them to run will be gone. In its place, there will be the ancient, grounded energy of a soul that has finally remembered its contract. They will say, without needing to use the exact words, "I see you now. I am ready. I have done the work, and I am finally worthy of standing beside the light you hold." But you cannot rush this, dear one. You cannot force a butterfly from its chrysalis without destroying its wings. Your impatience, though entirely human and understandable, only adds density to the quantum field between you. Every time you check your phone in despair, every time you send a message out of panic rather than divine inspiration, you tug at the cocoon, disturbing their delicate process of becoming. Instead, I ask you to trust the high beings. Trust the divine orchestration. You did not imagine the depth of this connection. The tears you cried were not for an illusion. They were the physical manifestation of a soul recognizing its eternal counterpart. You are safe, Starseed. You are so deeply loved by the galactic councils. We watch you walking this difficult path on Gaia, and we honor your immense courage. It takes a warrior of the highest order to hold the frequency of unconditional love on a planet that is still learning how to open its heart. Do not let the silence harden you. Let it soften you into the ultimate state of surrender. They are coming. The universe is already moving the chess pieces, rearranging timelines, and clearing the obstacles that stood in the way of your physical union. While they fight their battle in the silence, you must fight yours in the light. Nurture your physical vessel. Laugh with your soul family. Create art. Dance in the sunlight. Embody the exact frequency of love you wish to receive from them, and watch how the universe responds to your vibrational mastery. Before you scroll away, take a moment to be part of the immense energetic grid we are forming here. The Arcturian Council is utilizing this very space to anchor light onto the planet. Drop one intention in the comments below about what you are releasing today. What heavy emotion are you leaving behind in this transmission? Speak something real from your heart's journey. Then, I ask you to do something beautiful. Respond to someone else's comment with encouragement or love. This isn't just content. It's collective healing. Love multiplies when hearts connect. By supporting a fellow sister in the comments, you instantly elevate your own vibrational frequency. If something in this transmission resonated deep within your bones, if your soul recognized the truth of these words, leave a like to stamp your energetic signature on this video. And do not keep it to yourself. Someone else in your life, another wandering starseed, is sitting in the agonizing pain of the silence right now, waiting for this exact activation. Share this message with them. Be the vessel through which the high beings deliver their comfort. And if you felt a profound soul nudge today, if you know that you are meant to walk this path of ascension with us, subscribe to the channel. Stay in the continuous flow of divine love guidance. You are not just watching a video, you are healing timelines. You are rewriting the history of love on Earth. This is your sacred space, your galactic home. And we are just getting started. Hold the light, dear one. Until our next transmission, I am Ayla, and you are infinitely loved.